Hello students, and welcome to the e-learning program initiated by Sri Gyan Manjari Vidyapeeth for the students of Standard 10, in which we are learning the subject of social science. Students, from today onwards we are going to start with chapter number 12. This is the first lecture. Name of the chapter is Minerals and Energy Resources. This is the chapter which pertains to the geography part of the book. Requirements of primitive men, they were quite limited, right? Minerals, metals, they were not even found by the primitive men. They did not have the knowledge, they did not have the resources. So basically, because requirements of the primitive men, they were quite few. They had to search for food, and they needed shelter, whether that is under a tree or whether that is a safe place like a cave. All they needed was to keep on searching for food. For that they hunted, they gathered, and they did not have much requirement of even a house. So when the requirements are quite less, very few, and they improvised with whatever they had. For example, the bones of the dead animals, they sharpened them and they used it as a spear. So in this way, and the same stones they sharpened and they used it for cutting and separating the skin of the dead animals and using them just as it is, without much tapping it and trying to make it into a leather. They just wore it as it is, as they got it from the dead animal, and they just improvised. So requirements of the primitive man, they were quite limited. He worked only to sustain his life. His only motto, his only drive, his only aim in the life was, he is born, so he needs to survive. For that, whatever he does, with or without weapons, with or without tools, with or without, of course, equipments were just not available. So he just survived. Yes, if it is raining, he will take shelter under a tree, and he is quite a happy man. When the rain stops, he comes out in the open. He did not require a house. When you need a house, then lots of other things also are required. So his requirements were minimum, and that is why he just needed to survive. Men conquered great heights of evolution. When evolution, during the complete process of evolution, from a hunter-gatherer, when he saw that the same plants that keep coming up and gives them lot many grain type of fruits, and when you crush them you can make lots of things out of it, for example bread or chapati or roti. There were some vegetables which can be cooked directly in fire, just barbecue, and you can also crush some of the seeds to make oil. So in this way, slowly he discovered agriculture, and then he invented ways to do agriculture, but then he had to stay at one place, and from there started a very speedy process of the evolution of man, because requirements increased. So when requirement increased, you don't have that thing, so need is the greatest. When there is a need, then you need to invent. So necessity is the mother of invention. So from there on, now we have sent rockets on moon, we are sending rockets on Mars. So in this way, evolution took place and men conquered great heights. Human beings found minerals, out of that metals, precious stones, precious metals, how they can use the metals for themselves, how to make tools, equipments, weapons out of it, and slowly men conquered great heights of evolution. Minerals have a very large role to play in the progress of human beings. Mineral is a natural resource. It is readily found in the earth, and we didn't have anything to do with making it. Mineral was naturally found in the earth, and it is a natural resource provided to us by earth. The human evolution process is divided into various stages as human beings started developing. First the primitive men, then the Stone Age, where they started using stones for different purposes, that is called the Stone Age. Then came the Bronze Age, yes, copper, and then the Bronze Age. Then came Iron Age with the invention of steam engine and certain other inventions. The demand of iron suddenly went up. Otherwise iron was that much not in demand, but iron was much more needed when machines started developing, and that is where it's called the Iron Age. And today we have the modern world age, or we have the atomic age, yes, where we have invented lots of things that can destroy, that is used for destruction, or it can be used for lots of development purpose, such as making or generating electricity out of radioactive elements. So today's world is called a modern age or atomic age. Today, minerals are considered to be the backbone of any nation. It's just a single line, but it's a very, very important line. Today, the backbone of any country is considered strong. The country is considered strong if it has availability of lots and lots of minerals in its soil. So today minerals are considered to be the backbone of economy of any nation. Any nation, its economy is dependent on only and only one thing: how many minerals or how much of that mineral it has. We all understand backbone. Backbone is the spinal cord that keeps us erect. If it is absent, or if it is bent, then we will not be able to stand up, or will not be able to stand straight because it's bent. So the backbone keeps your head high, because the backbone, your body structure, can stand erect. We can walk, we can run, we can do all our activities because the backbone is strong and keeps us erect. Same way, the structure of the economy of any country is kept upright by the backbone, strong backbone of the minerals. So the powers like US and Russia, they have developed because of minerals. Because they are vast countries, they're huge countries, right? And they have lots and lots of minerals, or either they found out minerals somewhere else in other nations and had the capacity to buy it out, right? So in either way they are strong because they made use of minerals. Now minerals and their classification. Minerals are there, but we need to classify them. Yes, because minerals are found in all the three forms, that is solid, liquid and gas. So that is one of the simple classification which we have. Other than that, there are also lots of other classifications. Some minerals are just rare, we don't use it in our daily life. Yes, some of them are very much used in our daily lives. Some are mixed and used. So in that way there can be lots of classification. First we learn the meaning of mineral. What is the meaning of mineral? The matter formed due to inorganic process and which contains a specific composition is called a mineral. Matter that is formed due to inorganic process. What is an inorganic process? For example, at the core of earth, everything is in a liquefied state. That is lava that we call, right? Now lava is in a liquefied state. That means the rock is in a melted form. The rock can have lots and lots of minerals. These minerals, these metals, their atoms, they start sticking to one another because of that bonding, right? And when the lava erupts somewhere, yes, and it has erupted itself all over, that lava was that gaseous ball which came out of the sun and then started cooling. So basically these metals are found in various uh, sizes all over the earth. When it cooled down, we had minerals. So these minerals will have specific composition. For example, where iron ore is found, there iron will be in more content in that soil, which can be separated with the help of the furnaces by heating them, and then by purifying them we can have pure metal, that is iron, out of it. So it will have more of iron and less of other minerals. So matter which is formed due to inorganic process, the process with which the earth keeps on continuously going, and which contains a specific chemical composition, that's called mineral. Minerals can be also defined as solid, liquid and gaseous matter. Yes, because minerals are available in all these three states, that is solid state, liquid state and gaseous state, which is formed due to certain abiotic process within the rocks in the interior of earth, has a certain chemical composition, homogeneous constitution and specific atomic structure. क्या समझे? कुछ नहीं. It is the same definition that we just learned. Yes, this is just another way of saying it. Yes, what is minerals? Minerals can also be classified or defined as it is available in all the three states. So it is available in solid, liquid or gaseous state. We didn't do anything, so it's a non-living thing, right? So which is formed due to specific abiotic conditions which the earth underwent through millions and billions of years, with the rocks in the interior of the earth, right? The earth, and it has a specific composition that we learn. Yes, if it is iron, everything will be iron over there. If it is a gold mine, then more of gold will be available over there. Same way, if the ore is aluminum, most of the soil particles will be having aluminum in it, more in composition. And homogeneous constitution, homogeneous which can be separated. Homogeneous, it's a very mixed. Yes, you cannot separate like this, one particle of iron, one particle of so because atoms are quite small, so it has homogeneous mixture. We have to separate aluminum with the refining process, that is heating up in a furnace and putting it going down to that melting level. Yes, temperature should be so high that melting level of that mineral is reached, then it melts, and in this way impurities can be removed. So it has certain homogeneous constitution which can be separated with the help of the heating process and specific atomic structure. We have learned that in physics, yes, with that chart of all the minerals, metals that are available. Yes, each and every metal, each and every mineral has a specific atomic composition or structure. Thus, minerals are formed due to abiotic process which took place in the interior of the earth since time infinite. Minerals exist in all the three physical forms, that is solid, liquid and gas. Now we come to questioning. A brief note on minerals. So we are doing it again so that we know exactly what is to be written in particular question. The form, metal formed due to inorganic process or which contains specific chemical composition is called a mineral. This is the definition of mineral. How minerals can be found? Minerals are found in all the three states, that is solid, liquid and gas. How is it made? Formed due to specific abiotic condition which happens within the rocks in the interior of the earth, has a certain chemical composition. It is a homogeneous mixture, that means lots of minerals will be found together, and specific atomic structure. The minerals that are formed due to abiotic process which took place in the interior of the earth, the same things are there. Now minerals exist in all the three states, that is solid, liquid and gas. Now you have to give examples. Solid, we know, you can name iron, aluminum, gold, nickel. All these are minerals that are available in solid form. For example, iron, manganese, gold, silver, they are all solid minerals. Now we have to name the liquid ones. Mercury, petroleum, these are minerals that are available only in liquid form. Gaseous form, we know wherever natural gas, minerals where natural gas is a gaseous mineral which is found in the interior of the earth. So natural gas is a gaseous mineral. From usage point, how we use it, minerals can be classified as, first thing, metallic minerals and non-metallic minerals. There can be two types of mineral. One is which contains metal. One is which does not contain metal. Because if we say crude oil or petroleum, it does not contain metal. Right? So that is a mineral. But it does not contain any metal. Limestone, it's a mineral, but it does not contain any metal. So it is a non-metallic mineral. So can be classified as metallic and non-metallic minerals, and some of the minerals can be used as energy resources. For example, coal, it is solid but it can be burnt and energy can be got from it. Same way, petroleum, it's liquid but it can be burnt and it can be used for produce energy. Same way, natural gas, which is a gaseous mineral, that also can be used as fuel and it can produce energy. So many of these minerals can be used as energy resource minerals. So we have different types of classification: metallic, non-metallic, and energy resource minerals. That is another way of classification. The type of mineral that can be found in the earth depends on how the crust of the earth was originated. So for example, metallic minerals, where will they mostly be found? They will be found in the metallic minerals, they will be found mostly in the igneous rocks. Now we know about igneous rocks. Yes, the lava which came out either cooled down on the surface or cooled down somewhere in between and became a rock. Right, so minerals will be found in that. So igneous rocks, for example, iron, copper, zinc, gold, silver, all of them are found in igneous rocks. But if you take, for example, the crude oil or petroleum, then it is found in sedimentary rocks. It cannot be found in igneous rocks. Right, so this way depends how the earth or the crust of the earth was made and where they will be found. Minerals used in producing energy and minerals such as diamonds, they are found in metamorphic rocks. Diamond, it's a form of carbon. Coal is also a form of carbon. Diamond is the purest form of carbon, and so they'll be formed in metamorphic rocks. For example, coal is it produces energy that is found in the metamorphic rock, because coal was earlier, we'll be learning this in that learning all this in this chapter. Yes, coal was earlier all the forest and wood and all the vegetation that got buried in the ground. Slowly due to time and from the pressure on the top and by the heat from the bottom, all that organic matter became solid. All the water parts got removed and the carbon solidified in the form of coal. Now if it went further down, more heat and more pressure from the town will totally change the composition of the coal and it will become diamond. So many times in coal mines diamonds are found. It is due to this reason. Next, let's see a chart. If it is not seen clearly over here, it's also available in the material. So classification of minerals. Here we have metallic minerals. Here we have non-metallic minerals, and there we have minerals used as energy resources. In metallic minerals, the same thing is available in answer form also, so it will be quite easy for you to understand over there also. Precious metals, precious metallic minerals, they are gold, silver, platinum, that we know. Light metals, for example, aluminum is very light metal in weight, bauxite, magnesium, and titanium, they are quite light in weight. So light metallic minerals used for common purpose. For example, iron is used, copper, lead, zinc, tin, nickel, they are used for daily purposes. Minerals used as alloys for a mixture, their combination will make a very good alloy for use For example, chromium, magnesium, tungsten, vanadium, they are all quite used for making alloys, used as alloys. Non-metallic minerals, we already talked about that: limestone, chalk, asbestos, uh, then mica, fluorspar, gypsum, sulfur, diamond. They are all non-metallic minerals that do not contain any metal. Minerals used as energy resources: coal, mineral oil, natural gas, uranium, thorium. These are all used for producing energy. The same thing in the answer form, right? With respect to their use, minerals can be classified as metallic minerals, non-metallic minerals, and minerals used as energy resources. Minerals that can be classified in general are as follows: the metallic minerals. Precious metallic minerals is the first way, that is gold, silver, platinum, etc. Next, light metallic minerals, which are very light in weight but they are quite strong: magnesium, bauxite. Bauxite is the ore of aluminum. Titanium, they're quite light in weight. Minerals used for common purpose in our day-to-day use. We use iron, copper, zinc, lead, zinc, tin, nickel, etc. Minerals that are used as alloys, they are magnesium, chromium, tungsten, vanadium, etc. Non-metallic minerals, they are limestone. Limestone is that chuna pathar for painting the wall white, right? Chalk, which is used on the board, that is not having any metal. Asbestos. Asbestos is used for fire protecting, making fire protective wear. That is what the firemen wear. Mostly it is made out of asbestos. It is heat resistant and does not allow heat to pass. So the clothes made out of asbestos, they will not be burning, right? Lots of things used by the firemen, they are made up of asbestos. The sheets that are used in industries for making the shed, they are made out of asbestos. They will not catch fire and can be quite safe. Mica, it's used in the electric and electronic components. Yes, it does not allow electricity to pass through, so it is electric resistant, and it's very helpful in making electronic parts and electrical parts. Fluorspar, gypsum, sulfur, diamonds, they are all non-metallic minerals. Next we come to minerals used as energy resources. First is coal, mineral oil. Mineral oil is that crude oil or petroleum that we call. Three names: mineral oil, crude oil, or petroleum. All the things are same. Natural gas, that is the gas, liquefied gas that we use in LPG, that we use in our home as for burning the gas and cooking purpose. Uranium and thorium, both of them are radioactive elements and they are used in the nuclear plants or to produce or generate electricity. Both are used for producing bombs also, for destructive purpose. Now we will be learning the metallic and the non-metallic and energy resources separately, one by one. Few of them, the main important minerals, we'll be learning where they are found, how the refining process happens, and what are their uses, what are their qualities, properties. That metallic and non-metallic minerals, out of that we will be learning iron first. Iron is the base mineral, or say base metal, for industrial development of modern world. We discussed this during the starting of the lecture, that iron did not have much use except for making few things, right? For example, जो हम चेयर टेबल बनाते हैं उसमें हमको nail चाहिए, तो so small things were made out of that. Horses, which was the mode of transport in those days, they had hooves. So those hooves were made out of iron, which was quite very good where wear and tear and strength is concerned. So in that way, small use of iron was there. But demand of iron went up after the invention of machines, where machines were made out of iron, and then lots of machines were used to make lots of things made out of different material. So once, that is the Iron Age, starting of the Iron Age, where iron was used maximum for, say, weapons, for protection, whatever you say. Lots and lots of things were molded from iron, and that is where the demand of iron went up. So iron is called the base metal to make anything. For example, you want to make shoes, but to make the shoes, the machine which is made, that is made up of iron. So if you want to make a car or a scooter, the machines that are made for making those things, they are made out of iron. The ship that we use for transportation, whole of the ship is made out of iron. The trains that we use for transportation, lots and lots of iron goes in making the tracks or the wheels and different parts of the radio engine for making transport, that is cars or trucks or whatever. Lots and lots of iron is used. So iron is called the base mineral or the base metal for industrial development of modern world. It is one of the highest used metal in the world. All over the world, highest used metal is iron. Iron is used extensively all over the world, and iron also happens to be the cheapest one, because whole of our earth, the core, it is made up of Fe, that is iron, right? So iron is available in more or less quantity all over the world. In most of the countries you will find iron ore, that is iron in lesser or better quality, or some small quantity, or some less quantity and quality, but you will find iron present everywhere. It is used in making small things, right from pins to gigantic machines like cars or ships and all that. Cars, trucks, ship, railway bridges, huge structures can be made out of iron. Building and even weapons are made out of iron. It has lots and lots of use. That is why it is the highest used metal in the world. Now, not property, but iron is one of the cheapest metal in the world, right? Because it is found everywhere, so it's quite cheap. Iron is cheap. Now if we come to properties, it is very strong, right? Strong as well as durable. It's long lasting and is available in almost all the countries in pure form, that is iron ore, from where people can gather the iron ore, and in the furnaces, blast furnaces, they can put the iron ore and separate iron from impurities and then refine it to make pure iron. One of the fine properties of iron is that it has the ability to mix with other minerals easily and give new minerals. For example, it is easily mixed with carbon to produce steel. Iron has a very good property that it mixes very well with most of the minerals on the earth. So you can get lots of alloys that are made by mixing iron with different minerals. One of the examples is given that if carbon is mixed with iron, you can produce steel. Yes. Now for durability, if we say for example aluminum, it's strong, it is durable also, it can be bent very easily because it has the flexibility. Right. Now if we want more strength in it, we don't want it to bend, then it has to be, iron has to be mixed with it in a little quantity to give strength in it. So we see that iron is a very useful metal because it has the property of mixing well with other minerals and making alloys. Owing to its abundant availability, it's available all over the world, and on top of that, it's available in most of the countries. So one of the quality you can say, or property you can say, easy availability of iron. Next, extremely wide use. It is used for lots of purpose, from making a needle or a pin or a nail to big huge machines. Everywhere it can be used. Ease of getting mixed with other minerals, that is considered as a very important mineral. Now how it is found? And what has to be done to it so that you can get iron from the soil? Iron is formed in an impure form, that is iron ore. The soil which contains more proportion of iron in it, that is called iron ore, right? So it is found in an impure form. ये नहीं है जमीन में हाथ डाला डंडा निकाला आयन का, no, it's not available in pure form. It is available in impure form. That means along with soil it is found, and lots of impurities are present in iron ore. So it has to be mixed with, first is coke, that is one of the type of coal, yes, पीने वाला नहीं, coke, and lime, nimbu, right? No, limestone we are talking about, right? So it has to be mixed with coal, coke, that is one of the type of coal, and limestone, and heated. Yes, when it heats, when that soil which contains iron ore, it is mixed with coke and lime. When it is heated in the furnace, yes, what happens is the coal gets heated, and because it is inside the soil, so in that ore it blasts, and iron ore, that limestone, helps in separating iron from the rest of the impurities, and heated in large furnaces for refining. When the iron is separated from the impurities, then iron is separated and impurities are separated. That is called the refining process. The pure iron, please understand this, the pure iron that is got from the furnace, that is known as pig iron. The pure iron that we get from the refining process, that is known as pig iron. 4 types of iron are found in India. There are different types of, these are qualities, right? The amount of iron, the grade of iron that is found in the soil, and then that type of iron it is said, right? The first one found is hematite. The second, we just have to remember the names: hematite, magnetite, limonite, and siderite. These are the 4 types of iron that are found in India. Now, very, very important for you to remember which are the iron producing states in India. Karnataka produces maximum amount of iron ore in India. That means the state of Karnataka has the highest reserve of iron ore in India. That is why it can keep on taking out iron ore from the ground. After that, iron is also obtained from Odisha, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, and Andhra Pradesh in quite good quantity. One thing to note over here, 2 names will keep on coming up in each and every mineral. One is Jharkhand, another is Chhattisgarh. Jharkhand is the richest state in India as far as minerals are considered. Chhattisgarh is the second richest state where minerals are considered. We learned other things in economics that both these states, they are quite poor as far as economics is concerned, right? High rate of poverty is found in these 2 states, but these 2 states are one of the richest states in India as far as minerals are considered. You name a mineral, you'll certainly find over there, right? So iron is obtained from, apart from Karnataka, it's found in Odisha, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, and Andhra. Andhra Pradesh, when we say, book was written quite long ago, yes, before Andhra Pradesh got split into 2 different states, is Telangana and Andhra. So when we say Andhra Pradesh, we mean both the states, right? Because it's one state divided into 2. Yes, iron doesn't know that the state got divided into 2. Iron is still available in both the states, right? So Andhra Pradesh in quite good quantity. Now, which are the other states that have iron in some lesser quantity, but they have? Iron ore is also found in Goa, the smallest state, Rajasthan, Tamil Nadu, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Kerala, Uttar Pradesh, and Assam also. In lesser quantity also, and the quality also will not be that good. Yes, if it is found in less quantity, then if it is found in less quantity, then quality also will not be that much good. Uses of iron. Iron is one of the highest used mineral in the world. It is used from making things as small as a needle or a nail and pin up to quite huge machines, gigantic machines, cars, trucks, ships, whatever you say. It is also used to make, last point is quite important, it is also used to make steel. Now whenever we say iron and steel together. Are we clear? We say iron and steel together because steel is made from iron. When carbon is added to iron and heated and melted, it forms steel. Iron is also used to make steel, manganese steel, which is high grade steel, etc. Again we have that same thing. Now we have some properties of iron. Iron is cheap, strong as well as durable. Iron is cheap. We learnt about that, right? Iron is cheap because it is abundantly found almost all over the countries in the world. So iron is quite cheap. So iron is used more, but iron is used more because of its property also. Not only it is cheap, but it is durable also, long lasting, and is available in almost all the countries. Moreover, iron has the ability or the capacity to get mixed with other minerals to make a new mineral, that's an alloy. To make new mineral, yes, हम कोई invention नहीं कर रहे. Whatever minerals are available on the earth, right, we can mix them and we can have a new mineral. That new mineral is called an alloy, right? So to produce new minerals, owing to its abundant availability, extremely wide use, and getting mixed with lots of other minerals, it is considered as one of the most important minerals. Now we come to the second mineral, that is manganese. What is manganese? Manganese is an important mineral for iron and steel industry. In order to make iron and steel, and for iron and steel industry, manganese is quite an important mineral. Uses: it is mainly used to make steel from iron. The iron ore which we dumped into that furnace, heated it, blasted it with the help of coal and limestone, and separated the impurities and got iron. That iron is called pig iron. Pig iron has to be again refined, and then that pig iron has to be mixed with manganese, then we'll get steel, right? So it is mainly used to make steel from iron. Manganese is also used in chemical industry for making bleaching powder, right? Manganese as such is quite a harmful mineral for our body, because we make lots of things like, say, bleaching powder, insecticide, cells of dry batteries. Mainly manganese is used for making these things, right? So bleaching powder, main use is making bleaching powder. It's used for cleaning surfaces and clothes, etc. Insecticides, which are used in the agricultural field for keeping the insects away from the plants or the crops. It is used for making cells and dry batteries, and very important, it is also used for making tiles that we use in the house. It is also useful in leather industry for tanning purpose. For tanning purpose in leather industry, manganese is used. It softens the hide of the animal that we are using to make leather. Glass industry, magnesium has quite a lot of importance in making glass. Matchbox industry and photography. In the earlier days, we used to have a film roll, right? So manganese was extensively used over there for making the film rolls, and plus making the photographs, printing out. So photography. It is also used in china clay utensils, making china clay utensils, as it is used in making tiles. It can also be used in making colorful bricks. Manganese is mixed with iron rails to make them more flexible and strong. Is iron rails, the track that we have, railway track that we have. Yes, if it is made out of pure iron, what will happen? Because railway tracks are in the open, and especially in India, anywhere else, right? Because of the heat of the sun, iron will expand. Iron will expand. So trains have to go like this. Oh, right. So in order to make them flexible, manganese is added to it. Automatically, steel will be there. It will be long lasting, wear and tear will be less, and it can be very useful because flexibility आ गया. Iron में flexibility नहीं होता इतना, right? So manganese में होने की वजह से flexibility आ जाता. So properties changed by adding manganese, and it's quite durable and strong. Manganese steel is very strong steel. It's called high grade steel, right? Which is used in machines to break rocks and also in grinding machines, because rocks have to be broken. Yes, iron itself is made out of rocks. To make it more stronger so that the rocks can be crushed. For example, जो stone quarry है, it breaks the rocks. The machine that breaks the rock, the machine is made out of making iron and steel, and adding manganese again to steel to make it more tougher. Producing states, Odisha. Now again we have to remember, just like we remembered in the chapter number 10 about agriculture, the state which comes first is the state which produces the highest quantity, right? So in this case, if the name of Odisha is in the first place, then comes Karnataka, and then comes Madhya Pradesh. So Odisha is the highest producer of manganese in India. Next comes at second position is Karnataka, and so on. So Odisha, Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh and Goa, these are the four major states producing, maximum amount of manganese in India. Manganese is also available in small quantities. Where is it? Andhra Pradesh. Jharkhand is going to come. Yes. So Andhra, Jharkhand, Rajasthan and Gujarat also. Next is copper. Copper is used since primitive times. In fact, it was one of the first metal to be used by men, even before iron. Human beings found, the men found after Stone Age, one of the first mineral to be found, metal to be found is copper. Copper has very good mixing quality, yes, property, which makes it a very important metal. For example, when copper is mixed with tin, it becomes bell metal that we call bronze. Similarly, when copper is mixed with zinc, it becomes brass. Copper has a very good mixing quality, and because of that, it's quite popular to make two things. One is brass and another is bronze. Yes, we learned in the starting the Bronze Age. The Bronze Age, थोड़ा सा brownish type का, dark brownish type का metal बनता है, that is called bronze. And gold जैसा चमकीला, right, shining like gold, that is brass, which we call petal, right? So when copper is mixed with zinc, it becomes brass, that is petal, and when it is mixed with tin, it becomes bell metal, that is bronze. Uses. Copper is a very good conductor of electricity. So in earlier days, these electrical wires, they were made out of copper, but now extensive use of electrical wires and all that, so the copper prices went up, so we replaced the copper wires with aluminum wires. So it is used in making electrical wires, telephones, radio television equipments, and also extensively used in making electric parts. It is also used in making coils of refrigerator, motor coils, air conditioning coils. Yes, a refrigerator and air conditioning, they will be having tubings where the gas passes and cools down, and that cools down the refrigerator, the temperature inside it. When we use air condition, the gas passes through this copper tubing, and the temperature goes down. So this tubing is made out of copper. Copper is also used in insecticide. Yes, insecticide is used for keeping insects away from the crop. So apart from magnesium, copper is also used in insecticide. Copper is extensively used in making explosives. Yes, bam banane ke liye, colored glass, coins, and in printing. So copper has quite an extensive use. Producing states, again we have the first name, that is Jharkhand. Jharkhand is the highest producer of copper in India, followed by Madhya Pradesh, and then followed by Rajasthan. Copper is also found in smaller quantities in Sikkim, Andhra Pradesh, Bihar, Karnataka, Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Himachal Pradesh, and Uttarakhand. Yes, please do not ignore the names of these states for whichever mineral we are learning, because these states you will be marking in the map, right? So you got to remember which mineral is found in which state, and because we have to mark it in the map. Next, students, we'll stop over here for the day. Thanks, students.